Welcome back to video 7. Video 7 is how to add a player 2 to your game. We already have one player that can go around the track and can slow down if we go off the track. It counts our lines and for our laps, and it's a lot of fun. But now we want to create a second player for this game. And hopefully you have another sprite in mind, but what we're going to do is rather than go choose a sprite from the library, we're going to first duplicate this sprite. So with the 2-finger tap, you're going to tap onto that mouse while looking at or hovering over your player 1 and choose duplicate. Okay. Now I have a second player with all of the same code. It's also named P2. If it doesn't say P2, you should change that right here by typing in P2, and P1 should be player 1. Okay. Now it looks the same. All the code's the same. It'll go to the same locations, all of it. Right now, there's actually 2 beetles right there. They're right on top of each other. They went to the same place. So what we're going to do is make sure that with your copy, you're going to click the stop sign, and you're going to drag them so they're a little separate. All right? Okay, and I'm going to click on beetle 2. Here's beetle 2. I'm going to move him down also. I want a little different spot for him. Well, we need to update his location. So player number 2 here, its location is -29, -138. Well, on track 1, those numbers don't match where I want him to actually be. So I'm going to change this to -138. That's where he is right now. He's still at -29. Okay, and that way when we click the green flag, they're separate. He's at a little different spot than player 1 is. Player 1 was -29, 108, and that matches. So that's the first thing that we're going to do. So at least we know it works for level 1, track 1. But see, they both have the same controls. Well, 2 players can't use the same buttons. So for player 2, we're going to change the up, down, left, and right arrows to be W for moving 4 steps. So that's going to go forward. The down arrow is going to turn into be S to move backwards. And then for left arrow, it's going to be changed to A. And right arrow is going to be changed to D. All right. Now, when we click green flag and come to track 1, only the arrow keys move this player. And I use with my other hand A and D, W, A, S, and D to move the other beetle. All right, so that's the first thing. Get the location down for track 1, add the keyboard controls. Yeah. Get the keyboard controls so you can control both players. And then after that, you are going to, we got another class coming in right now. You're going to add a new variable, and that variable is going to be player 2 laps. So you're going to go to variables, and you're going to go click make a variable up at the top and type in P2 laps. Okay, so the only thing you need to change now is on player 2, where you have your lap counter, you need to change it right here to say P2 laps. Okay, P2 laps. And you need to drag out a new circle. So P2 laps is on player 2 in these 3 spots, and player 1 has player 1 laps. Okay, now there's more to do, such as updating the location for track 2, but that'll at least get track 1 working. You need to adjust the blue go to XY blocks for track number 2. So we can move player 2 a little bit and change his location. -12, -70. So you're going to have -12, and at the Y, it's at -70. When backdrop switches to track 2, go to this location. Okay? So now we can click green flag and switch over to track 2, and there we go. Okay? Good luck out there and have fun.